Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1143 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is when you get hungry, you get distracted. Yes, it's something funny, or it might be something, it could be a fact, it could be the way you are, it could be the way I am. But what I'm saying today is when you get hungry, you get distracted. More on this on the other side of the show reel. Please tag a friend who needs to receive this message, someone who might be one of those people who tends to get distracted when they're hungry. And I will see you more on the other side of the show reel. Thank you for the love. Welcome back to the conversation on day 1143 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is when you are hungry, you get distracted. And it's interesting because I'm going to look at this quote from all over the place, quite literally every angle possible. Because, thank you, Dale. Good morning. You look very nice today. Thank you so much. Hello, hello, Gopalan. So, yes, when you get hungry, you get distracted. Now, the most obvious way to look at it is the hunger pangs, right? When you are hungry, biologically hungry, you do tend to get distracted. When you are feeling that pain, that rumbling in your tummy where you were feeling hungry physically, biologically, yes, you tend to get distracted. It's difficult for you to focus whether you're working on a task, whether you're studying, whether you're at work, whether you're with friends. If you're hungry, you tend to get a little upset, you tend to get snappy. These are things that tend to happen. Now, looking at it, and yes, guilty as charged, I do tend to get snappy when I get hungry. So to the extent that when my kids would observe me around in the afternoon, bright and cherry today. Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. So when I'd be home working on whatever I need to get done, I would often skip lunch. And then by around 5, 6 in the evening is when I would get hungry. But I would be so focused on getting the work done for the rest of the evening that I would be working, but I would also be snapping at the children, like literally snapping, going out there to bite them. And my son would very, very sheepishly ask me, Ma, have you had lunch today? And that's when I'd realize that I'm actually hungry. And that's why I am getting snappy. That is why I am getting fidgety and angry and, snappy at the kids. So, yes, that's one way of looking at this quote. When you are hungry, you get distracted. Now, now to look at it from the bigger perspective. So those of us who are acquainted with Les Brown's work would be very, very familiar with his "Are you hungry?" You've got to be hungry for success. You have to really be hungry for success. And that's what I'm talking about on the bigger picture. So when you go through life day after day after day, and very robotically, when you suddenly have that hunger for success, when you suddenly have that hunger grow in you to do more in life, that's when you get distracted. That's when you start looking outside of your zone, right? That's when you start looking at options. That's when you start wanting to kind of break through that pattern of status quo. You do not want to have your routine way of being, and so you get distracted with the possibilities. So this is how I see it on a bigger picture frame. I was mind blown with it myself, if I may say so myself. But isn't it fascinating when you bring in that rumble in your tummy, that drive to do more with your life, with your time, with your days, where you want to contribute with your energy, when that hunger begins to grow within you, that's when you start looking for those options. You don't really look for those options until you have that awareness of hunger within you, until you have that awareness of, I can do a little bit more. I am not going to be only like this with my life. I'm not going to work with blinders on. I'm not going to live my life day after day after day. I'm not going to live the same day over and over again and call it a life. I am going to do something different. I am going to move those blinders, and I'm going to get distracted with possibilities. I'm going to get curious about what else I can do. That's when it happens. But if that hunger is not there within you, if you don't feel that spark of hunger within you to do a little more, if you don't feel that hunger to acquire a little more, to do a little more than what you're doing with your life, then you're just going to be focused, robotic, status quo, just going forward day after day after day, living your life from that space of, I'm just going to live it this way. But when you take those blinders off, is when you're going to look at things around you. You're going to get distracted, and that I mean in a good way. You're going to get distracted, and those distractions are going to lead you to things that are possible, things that will bring you joy and a sense of achievement, a sense of content, a sense of fulfillment. Like when you're so hungry, and then you reach out for a meal that kind of um, fills you up, a meal that quenches your thirst, that gives you that filled up feeling. Gosh, isn't that the most amazing feeling to have, when you're feeling super hungry, and then you reach out and you eat something that you enjoy. Imagine if you eat something that you enjoy. Doesn't that feel so much more satisfying? So, yes, these are two ways of looking at it. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on being hungry? Would you like to be hungry for success today? Or would you like to delay it for a time when you're ready to kind of take the blinders off? Walaikum salam, Jad Bhaiya, how are you? So, yes, take those blinders off and start getting distracted with the possibilities in life, and see how opportunities begin to then unfold for you. So, if this conversation has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am hungry. I am hungry. In comments saying, if this has been of value to you. Dale says, I get sleepy when I finally get my fill. Yes, you, and that's such a nice snooze that you can have, right? When you finally get your fill, you feel satisfied. You sleep like a baby. You feel like you're taken care of. Um, Even babies, for that matter, when they get hungry is when they start wailing and crying and asking for attention. It's when you feel that hunger in your gut. It's a gut feeling. It's a baby. It's an instinct that you were born with. When you are hungry, you begin to attract attention. You begin to call out for help, and then the right person takes care of you. So begin to feel that hunger for success, and see how life begins to bring in the right resources, the right people, the right connections to make it happen for you. I wish you lots and lots of success, lots of moments of hunger and distraction. And until tomorrow, tag a friend who needs to receive this message, because I really feel we're living in times when people are definitely hungry, but they're not aware of how distractions can help them. So help someone take those blinders off. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so much. Thanks. Yes, I didn't go away. I noticed that you were still watching, and I didn't go away because tonight my guest is going to be talking about self sabotage. I just forgot to mention, I have got the amazing Tashi coming on board today, and we are talking about self sabotage. You know, the thing that we do where we get in our own way. Yes, we are talking about that today, and it is going to be outstanding. It's going to be an amazing conversation. So do join in later today. I've got the countdown running on my Insta story. So that would be in another close to 7 hours, 7.5 hours from now, 7.5, yeah, 9 p.m. UAE time. I don't know, do the math. It's right now 2:45 for me in the afternoon. So 15 minutes, 6 hours, 15 minutes from now is when we go live. I do hope you can join us. So yes, do catch up with on the live later today. Self sabotage, guys. We all have done it. So do join in and see how we can do something about it. Thank you for joining. Take care.